You just touched on Josh Taylor there. This guy's the king of the jungle, mate. See what this guy's done for Scottish boxing. Undisputed junior welterweight champion, World Boxing Super Series winner, Commonwealth Gold. Guy's a king. See what this guy's done. Honestly, mate, he's unbelievable.
Look at the time frame of that in, mate. Look at the amount of fights he's done that in. So more credit for Josh, I think. Should be put out there, you know what I mean?
Definitely. I will say, this guy should have an MBE. Honestly, he's absolutely sensational. But looking onto the way the first fight went with Jack Carroll, it's mega disappointing.
Yeah.
It's the backlash that Josh received for this. It's absolutely atrocious.
Yes, disgusting,
mate. Especially some journalists as well, mate, and the media, the way they brought this guy down. What this guy's done alone in Scottish boxing. This guy went to Vegas. People remember they missed a pandemic, right? With him, Terry, Ben, Lee McGregor, went out there. Josh got the victory done. People don't realise the stress and anxiety goes into their sport.
Of course.
What that man done, brought the titles back and didn't get the accolades. It's how disappointing was that for Scottish boxing?
So disappointing, mate, because it's that thing, innit? He's done all the great things and we all rant and rave about him. But see when he has a bad performance or something's maybe, he got a decision, but it was a close fight, you know what I mean? And Josh will tell you that himself, you know what I mean? It was a close fight, you know what I mean? He wasn't his greatest, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. But all that gets forgot about, doesn't it? Oh, he's shite, he's this, he's that. He's fucking having a laugh. He's shite. It's a bad night at the office. He still won. He still has all his titles, and he's still the best fighter Scotland's ever had. You know what I mean? And might ever have. So it was disgusting, mate. That way that was all put forward to Josh and his family. You know what I mean? Getting slaughtered for the social media, as you said. His girlfriend getting abused. His wife getting abused. His family taking stick. Him getting abused. You know what I mean? Half people who were ranting and raving about him 6 months before that he was the best thing since sliced bread, but no, he's not that good.
That's what I touched on there. People forget the stress and anxiety and families in their sport, and yet all this backlash and nonsense. It's absolute garbage.
But that is the people who know nothing about this sport, I think, and aren't involved in this sport. But see, if you're that person, don't have too much opinion on it because you don't know what goes on behind the scenes in boxing, especially. As you said, we only see the glitz and glamour when he walks out in front of so many thousands of fans and puts on a great performance or whatever and collects all the belts, but see all the stress and anxiety and all the pressure and all the weight making and all the family, falling out with family because you're a moody bastard because you're in camp and you're trying to make weight. Showed in his documentary a wee bit, that, you know what I mean? The things that go on.
He's the truth, man. As I said to you before, he is the truth. And there's not one time Josh Taylor's went and said this, I know why I run it back. No. He said I'll run it back, no bother.
Of course he will, because you know how he does that, mate, because he knows how good he is and he knows that a second one is a different story. You know what I mean?
I believe this man, it's a demolition exercise for Josh Taylor. He walks through this man inside 6 rounds. I believe he gets the job done in emphatic and destructive fashion.
Yes, because you've basically turned on the tartan tornado. He was switched off for that last fight, Spoke to him, he was switched off. Because he went and done all, he's had such a run of fighting Ramirez, all these big names, man, winning world titles and that. And no disrespect to Jack Carroll, but he didn't bring it into the table in the sense of money or belts, anything like that. So we can often and say, no, but I'm such a switched on athlete, I know. But we're only human, mate, you know what I mean?
Listen, mate, all the greats have bad nights.
Exactly.
Canelo's had a bad night, Floyd's had a bad night. Josh Taylor is an elite world champion. People are forgetting this. Roy Jones all said they must have forgot. Well, they must have forgot because look what this man's done.
And he's not just world level, he is elite level, because I always say there's world level guys from world titles and then there's the Lomachenkos and Useks and the stars who are elite fighters. And I believe Josh Taylor is an elite fighter. You know what I mean?
How does Josh Taylor approach this rematch? Is it a seek and destroy mission for this man?
Because Josh Taylor is going on to massive things after this fight. He's going on to the Crawfords, the Spences, he'll probably move up a weight. I don't know what weight the fight's getting made at, but he's going to have to move up a weight. And he deserves to, mate. He deserves to cash in and get some big paydays.
Yeah.
It's time for this guy to make a living, mate, and put on great fights. You know what I mean?
The best Josh Taylor eats the best Jack Carroll every day of the week.
Of course,
and it was a bad night at the office, and that's the way people should look at it. They're going to run it back, and I believe this man wins.
He does say he'll do a number on this time, mate, and it'll just be because he'll just be switched on. You know what I mean? I saw Josh Taylor needs to be switched on. That last fight, he just didn't look switched on, and that isn't Josh Taylor because he's such a switched on fighter all the time. So we take it back to the era. Switched on Josh Taylor goes out and gets his job done just like he does with everybody else. You know what I mean?
Give me a prediction for that fight. How does it go?
He stops him later on. Mate, to me. could be the 6 to 8 rounds, but he stops them later on. You know what I mean? He'll break them down a bit and then he'll stop them later on. Again, people look at it and go, oh, I know, but the first one doesn't matter.
Do you feel there was a lot of pressure on Josh the first time? It was his homecoming, there was a lot on the line, making weight was a big problem, I think.
It's that pressure of, you fought all the greats.
Coming down the level.
You're coming down the level now. Well, Jack Carroll's got nothing to lose here. Absolutely nothing. And you've got everything to lose and no much to gain. And that's the honest truth about it. And no disrespect to Jack Carroll, because I think he's a great fighter.
Yeah.
But there's levels, and I think Josh Taylor's above that level. So he had nothing to win or gain and everything to lose. Jack Carroll was only ways up. And even for that defeat, his career's still going up. You know what I mean?
Well, let's get the kilts on the war paint, mate. We'll be there.
100%, mate. Definitely, mate, definitely.